Hi Virgo, happy birthday and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-August love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is a look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards with some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Cosmic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Seven of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy here. And it could just be saying that you might have had a lot of distractions in the past, so you might not have been able to give much effort to the connection, but at the same time, I feel like this is saying that whatever you were doing in other areas of your life, you might have still been thinking about this person. So if we look at the artwork there, we see that person doesn't look like they're physically in the room with her, but at the same time, obviously it looks like they're on her mind at the very least. So yeah, it could just be saying you might have had a lot of things going on and there might have been physical distance between you and this person, but you might have still found yourselves thinking about them at the very least. All right, past energy on their side, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So looks like they weren't necessarily ready to start things in the past either. So really it could have just been a timing issue where maybe aside from the physical distance, which might have been taking place between the two of you, you just might have had a lot of other things going on in your lives that might have just made it the wrong time for you guys to get the connection off the ground. All right, present position on your side, we have the Three of Staves. So this is Aries energy here. So it could just be saying that you guys might feel like you're more secure in whatever you've been dealing with in the past, and now you might have more of an openness toward the connection. But at the same time, I don't necessarily see you being proactive toward taking action for the connection. So, and to be fair, given the artwork in this particular deck too, could just be saying that maybe if there was physical distance between the two of you, maybe you're actually expecting this person to come visit you, or maybe you're going to be in the same space with each other in the near future. So that could be what it's pointing to as well. But either way, I feel like this is an openness to the connection, but not necessarily being too active toward bringing it about. All right. Present energy on their side, we got a lot of cards. We have the Tower reversed, Two of Swords reversed, Judgment, and the Five of Swords reversed. So seeing all these cards gave me a bit of an extra layer here, which is to say for some of you, you might have actually had a past and there might have been a separation between the two of you. Like I said, for some of you, it could just be as simple as a physical distance thing, right? So maybe one of you got pulled away for work, let's say, or something along those lines. But seeing these cards in particular makes me feel like there might have been some thought around whether or not to just break the connection off. Because with the Tower reversed, that's what I see with that, meaning that they might decide not to actually let the connection just fall apart. And with the Two of Swords in reverse, I feel like that's pointing to a decision there to say, okay, you know what? Should I stay? Should I go? Type dynamic, right? Two of Swords in reverse, saying that it seems like they made their decision, immediately followed by the Judgment, which to me says that they would like to resurrect the connection. And then the Five of Swords in reverse is just, to me, says that if there was some kind of conflict between the two of you, this might be their willingness to let bygones be bygones in that regard too. So definitely an interesting layer there. Now, for some of you, this could just be, like I said, maybe the two of you were just busy in the past with other issues outside the connection. So if that's the case, whatever they were working on in another area of their lives as well, they might have actually been able to put it together in a better way to where they might be able to give more energy to this connection now. All right, future energy on your side, we have the Eight of Staves. So this is Sagittarius energy here. Points to a lot of communication. So I do still feel like there might be physical distance between the two of you, because when I see those birds there, I think of communication through the airwaves, right? So whether it be texting or social media, whatever the case may be. So I feel like this is saying that there might still be that physical distance between the two of you, but it looks like the communication lines are definitely opening quite a bit, or they will be, given that the future position. And future energy on their side, we have the Two of Wands. So yeah, this is energy that could point to fresh starts, right? So yeah, like I said, at the very least, it looks like there was bad timing between the two of you in the past. Like I said, for some of you, the extra layer of the dynamic could be that it might have actually been a split between the two of you. But either way, in the present, it looks like there's more of an openness toward the connection. And then in the future, you guys both seem to be more action oriented toward actually making it happen. So, pretty natural progression there. Seems like you guys are kind of on that same wavelength. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Eight of Coins. So this is actually a Virgo energy here. So it could just be saying that, yeah, for some of you, maybe it was a work project that you guys are just getting pulled away for. So that could have been what caused a bit of an issue as far as not being able to give energy toward the connection. Or it could just be saying just self-mastery, self-improvement in general, too. That could be the phase you guys have been going through now, possibly even having that desire to work toward the connection as well. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we see the Nine of Swords. So yeah, looks like this person could have had a lot going on as well. Like I said, it looks like there's a lot of anxiety here, right? Possibly some hesitation around communication at one point as well. So yeah, like I said, at a minimum, it just looks like the timing was off between the two of you in the past. Maybe there was actually some kind of a conflict of some kind between the two of you that caused a split of some kind. But either way, like I said, the timing just did not seem right in the past. It seems like you're moving in a bit of a direction together. So we'll see what the Oracle cards add to next. First, we'll see what we get from the Moonlight deck here. I did pre-shuffle this deck before we started recording, and what I'm looking for here is unspoken messages from you to them and from them to you. And initially, I'll be looking for jumpers, but if I shuffle for a while without any coming up, then we'll actually just put the deck down and pull cards that way. So let's see what we get. All right, and that does want to go back in the deck, and we'll see what we get from them to you now. All right, almost have one there. And that doesn't want to go back in the deck. All right, so let's see. On your side, we have sensitive. It says, thinking about you makes me emotional, and I want to open up to you about how I'm feeling. So, interesting message there, because I will say the Seven of Cups energy for you guys, anyway, that's your third house communication. So, I suppose that could be what it was for some of you too, right? Where maybe you had these feelings welling up in you, but for whatever reason you had to struggle with actually communicating those feelings. If that's the case, at the very least with that Eight of Staves in the future position, it looks like you will be overcoming that, but that's what I see there. And then on their side, we have Risk. All right, it says, I'm ready to take a leap of faith and risk it all for you. So yeah, at the very least, that can point to the energy that I was seeing there, where, like I said, it looks like that Tower energy in reverse and the Two of Swords in reverse, pointing to some kind of decision being made on their part, immediately followed by the Judgment, saying that it looks like there is that desire to reconnect. So yeah, for some of you, it might not have been like a big dramatic thing, but maybe they did make some kind of approach toward you. Maybe you were having a struggle around communicating how you were feeling. They might have thought that it was a rejection, right? And they could have been evaluating, okay, well, is this over? Should I try again? Right? Something along those lines. So those messages seem to align pretty well with the general spread. Right, lastly, we'll see what we get from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation, I pre-shuffled this deck as well, but here we're looking for one card with general advice to wrap up with. All right, and got one there. So let's see what you got. Okay, we have time for a nap. There's the artwork, and the number is 24. So let's see what it says. Okay, the relationship message says, when it comes to matters of the heart, don't make any plans right now. If you're not partnered, it's good to take this time out to get to know yourself. If you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time. Don't force anything now. Allow things to flow naturally, and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationships and give it a rest so that your love and connection can become rejuvenated. So yeah, pretty positive message there. And what I will say is, like I said, it just seems like naturally you guys are kind of moving in the same direction. In the past, you guys were definitely not functioning too well together for the looks of things, to say the least. Like I said, in the present, it looks like there's an openness at the very least. And then in the future, it looks like there's the willingness on both sides to take action toward the connection. So hopefully that resonated with you guys. Once again, happy birthday, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.